Now, if you're watching this video, you probably already know that learning no-code tools and understanding no-code development is probably at an all-time high at the moment in regards to popularity. Now, it's one thing to try and learn these applications and all these different no-code tools, but it's another thing to actually understand how to turn these skills and make them into a business. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ideas on how you can turn your no-code skills into a business. Now, this is really important to know because you can be the best at learning one specific tool, but if you don't know how to actually turn things into an idea or turning them into an actual profitable business, then you're not really being able to utilize your skills to the best of your ability. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Now, idea number 1 is no-code development services or a no-code development agency. And this is where you can build custom software for clients using a tool like Bubble, where you can find a specific problem that a business or a niche has and then give them a solution to the problem by creating something they can use internally, like a software created specifically for their needs. Now, let me give you an example for this. Let's take a cleaning company, for example. They probably use a booking system or something like that to book all of the clients that they have on a day-to-day basis. But they probably use a software that's very broad and general that tries to cater to all types of businesses. What you can do is if you can find a certain pain point or reoccurring issue that they may fall into using these softwares, you can approach them and tell them that you can build a custom platform for them that will be able to integrate all their different services into one, like their booking system. They can also have message integration to communicate with all their clients, and then even being able to take payments or deposits from customers that they have. So they can have an all-in-one platform and being able to manage their whole business and interactions with their customers only using the one software. That's probably something they're not going to get from using a general booking system service. But if you can actually create a custom software for them because you know their business strategy, you know their pain points, that will definitely be very beneficial for them, and they will see a lot of value in being able to utilize something like that. Now, tools that you can utilize to learn how to start a no-code development service would be Bubble to create the actual software and Figma to design the software before you obviously start to build it. Learn those 2 tools first and you'll get a really good idea of how you can actually create a custom solution to a specific business or to a specific niche. Now let's go into idea number 2, and this is building a marketplace. Now this will require you having an understanding of how to create custom software, similar to how I mentioned in the first example, using a tool like Bubble. And what you can do here is you can actually create a very specific marketplace for a certain type of business or a certain type of audience that want to trade products or services within buyers and sellers, and create a marketplace that's only specifically to that niche. So obviously you don't want to be general and compete with things like Amazon and all those other big players in the game. That's why it's very important to pick something very specific, very niche. So let's take the other example that I used in the previous idea, which was a cleaning company. You could create a marketplace where, let's say, buyers and suppliers can purchase cleaning products using your platform, and that way they know that they can go to that software or to that web application that you've created, knowing that they're going to be able to have a nice marketplace specific to their needs and specific to their company and niche. And that way you can also start to build the software and have specific features to the cleaning company, to the products that you're going to be selling, and how you can also have the interaction with the supplier, with the buyers as well. Because if you are going to create a very general marketplace, you're not going to be able to compete with the big players in the game, like I mentioned earlier. Whereas if you actually find a very specific audience or a very specific type of niche or company, when you learn a lot more about them, you'll be able to cater the software and the marketplace that you build to things that they like, to features that they want to see, that they can't get in using a general marketplace. So that's definitely another idea that you could use and start to build. Now, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to check out my new no-code creators community that I've built in school, where we share a lot more in-depth business ideas like the ones I've mentioned in this video, as well as tutorials and a lot of different types of courses that are going to be released on that community. And it's also a place where all no-code creators and developers and people who just want to get better at no-code can communicate with each other, share different ideas, interact with one another, and learn from each other's experiences. The community is completely free at the moment, so be sure to check it out. The link will be in the description below. I hope to see you there. Now let's get back to the video. So the third business idea that you can start with your no-code skills would be a web development agency. So similar to the first idea, but focused specifically on designing websites, web pages, and landing pages for clients, for businesses, using a tool like Webflow. So this allows you to build very specific, very custom tailored web pages and websites that can have very visually appealing designs. And we all know that businesses need websites. The good thing about the no-code tools these days and an application like Webflow is it allows you to take web design to that next level and create something that's a lot more than just a standard website that you can get using other basic applications. So what you could do there is you can really start to design a lot of unique type of websites, put them on your portfolio, show them to other businesses as examples, things like the animations that Webflow allows you to create and how you can actually cater that towards what their website needs or structures would want to be, and give them the value that they would want and give them something that they really want to see in their website. Now, I've already made a couple of videos mentioning Webflow. I've made a tutorial recently as well for you to get an understanding of how things run on the platform. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already. Business idea number 4 is building workflow automations for businesses. So what you want to do is you want to learn a tool like Make or Zapier, and then find businesses that have very time-consuming tasks or really annoying reoccurring tasks. And what you want to do is understand the common challenges that these businesses face, and then position yourself in a way to show them that automation can help solve that specific problem for them. Now, you can look at problems that businesses may have with things including repetitive tasks, data entry, and really complex workflows that would require a lot of integration between different apps and softwares. So what you want to do is figure out all those problems that I've just mentioned and figure out a way that you can automate all of them using Zapier or Make, and then approach the businesses by showing them how much time and money you could actually save them by automating all these tasks for them, automating all those workflows, especially the ones that they use on a day-to-day basis. We know that time and money are the most important things for businesses. So if you can show them a way where you can save on both of those, then you can definitely have a lot of leverage to position yourself to offer that service to businesses. Idea number 5 is probably one that you've heard already before, especially with all the recent hype around it all, and that is AI chatbots. So what you want to do is build chatbots for businesses, especially ones that are very focused on having a very strong and high customer interaction and building on that customer experience that they want to provide within their business and their brand. So how you can do this is by learning a tool like VoiceFlow. And the good thing about VoiceFlow is it allows you to actually include and upload documentation from the businesses that you're building the chatbots for. So that way the AI chatbot can actually respond with answers that are consistent with the brand and the business messaging. So you can approach businesses that you know value customer experience, like an e-commerce store, for example, that a lot of people would want to ask different questions for a lot of their products or their delivery times and things like that. And then you can tell them that if they provide you with the right documentation about their business and their most frequently asked questions, you can upload that to the chatbot that you're building for them. So the messaging can be as valuable as possible for the customer and as hands-off as possible for the business. What's good about this is you're combining the latest technology of the AI chatbot integration and customer interaction, but at the same time keeping the business's image and brand and messaging as consistent as possible with the responses that they're getting. So those are the 5 different business ideas that you can start today using your no-code skills. And if you feel like you don't already have those no-code skills at the moment, then you can definitely get started learning them. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube. There's a lot of ways that you can learn and get started with different platforms. So now is the time to start with this. The opportunity is big. These are some business ideas that I've mentioned in this video. There is plenty more out there, and I'll be making a lot more videos describing and explaining different ways that you can start businesses from your no-code experience and no-code skills. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for when those videos get uploaded. Now, I've already got some tutorials on Bubble and a tutorial on Webflow as well, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. And if you want to know the 4 no-code tools that I think you need to be aware of to capitalize on this opportunity, check out this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.